Hey everybody, it's Jack and Dan.
And today we're going to try to put these pothos in order somewhat with these 3N command strips here.
Yeah, we got a bunch of these command strips because about, 5 or 6 weeks ago, we kind of finished this whole 220-gallon project, right, dude? Mm-hmm. And we moved about 100 feet of pothos, several plants from your bridge tanks over here, and they're kind of getting a little out of control, as you can see here. Yeah. And we want to kind of, we kind of just threw like a nail in the wall up there. Probably going to get trouble for that. So we decided to try to use these. We've never really used these for plants, but we're going to give them a shot. These are like these little kind of metal ones that have a little clear base. So we're going to like take some alcohol strips, clean off some areas of the walls, and try to tack them up there. And I don't know, they should work. I mean, pothos aren't that heavy, so
yeah, it should look pretty cool, I think.
Let's give it a shot. I want to bring you guys up top here, just kind of show you what's going on. It has made pretty awesome progress, just like how pothos always goes. There are areas where it didn't have light before, where leaves didn't grow, and you can kind of see that up here at the ends where there is light, that some of these grew and some of them kind of died off. We're going to first kind of go through here and just trim off where the dead ones were. Now down here, actually some of them started growing a lot into the water. Let's see if I can lift this up to show you. Yeah, right there without getting my camera wet. A lot of them have actually started to grow right here on top underneath the lights. We will have to trim those if they block the lights, but pretty cool. So, and then down the vines you can see here, so here's a little bud that kind of came off of an area that didn't used to have a light, but now it does. And there's another one of those right here that I noticed. There's one right there, so that's kind of cool. So lots of areas like this that didn't necessarily have, there's one of the ropefish digging. How cool is that guy, huh? You know, that didn't necessarily have areas. This is growing really good. This is growing new leaves here. These guys are growing really good, taking off here on the bottom. That guy's growing at the end there. A lot of these guys are growing. This one's doing phenomenally well. This whole new piece here, from like that whole 1.5 feet is completely new almost. And then this guy we just threw over the thermostat here totally took off and started growing at the end. And then you can see some of these guys are starting to grow some little buds and stuff. So it's doing well here. You know, we just kind of want to get it up on the wall more. So we're going to go through with these guys, kind of clip some of the dead stuff and move this around and see if we can't get this more up there in a more appropriate way. We think this is going to work, and we're going to give it a shot here. All right, so we cleaned kind of all the dead ones. There are some leaves that have little pieces like this, but they seem to be doing fine. We're going to let those go for now, but we kind of cleaned up all the dead ones and stuff. There was just mainly on top, not a ton of them. Maybe like a dozen or two dried up ones. This here, basically they each hold 1/2 pound. And then, you know, a lot of people have used these. You clean the wall, and then you stick it to the wall and that, and you hold it. And, you know, these have like the little kind of steel ends. I think they were about $2 a pack or something. We got them at Walmart or something because we were out running errands. So pretty cheap. We got 3 packs just to make sure we had enough. So yeah, 27 of them. I think that should do it. And then we're going to start right here on the back wall here. Kind of work our way there, and then kind of see how it goes. Maybe go to the sides, and then we might use them to go across the top of the tank here, and possibly here. But this one kind of sits in this little nook pretty good, so we might not. We'll see. Hey, that didn't take too long, did it, man?
No.
So one of the things that we also did is we haven't done the filters on this really since we've done all this. So we kind of pulled the filters out, just the sponges. We didn't like redo the whole filter or anything. Pulled the sponges out, did those, cleaned the glass with the magnet. Now that we moved some of the pothos out of the way, also did our wonderful, this is the amazing magic towel that Joseph's Tropical Tank sent us. We did a whole video on that when we unboxed it.
It's very useful. It literally makes the glass shine.
It's a super special buffer towel that he uses for his aquariums.
And for a while.
I think he does like gold plating, and he uses it to like polish gold and stuff.
Yeah, he does gold plating for shirts, I think, on some accessories and things.
Totally cool. What a neat job, gold plating things. Anyway, we used that, got everything done, so let's flip this around. Let's take a quick look at everything and how it came out. Okay, it is dark now, so I'm going to leave the light on here for a second, but basically what we did here is we got quite a few of the strands up here with the things. And again, some have leaves, some don't. We're hoping that the ones that are now out of the darkness and into the light, isn't that like a song lyric or something? That they're going to grow leaves and kind of cover that whole thing and everything like that. So basically we got a couple of strands up there. We got this guy kind of zigzagging over here. And again, hopefully some of that will fill in. And over here it's a little bit darker at night, but you can kind of see how that all worked. And then we did leave this guy in the little nook in the front because that's really awesome how that goes. This right here, we kind of left. How you doing, Lace? Lacey's watching Pamela cook. Hi, Lace. We left this one here just kind of in the corner of the front, and then a couple guys on the side, but not many. Jack's kind of doing a final buffing on the glass here. And then over here, same kind of thing. We just brought everything kind of over, and again, left a couple going down the sides. Nothing's touching the floor anymore, you know, and all that. And then this little guy, well, he was hooked under there, but Jack just unhooked him when he was cleaning the thing, so we'll rehook him. We're trying to kind of tame all this, and that's the thing about pothos. Like when you're doing these hooks and that, you can't just put it whatever way you want. It has its own twists and kind of natural bends, doesn't it, man? Uh-huh. And it's like you got to kind of work with it to like, you can't just bend it wherever you want because it's already got its stuff figured out there. You can see we got this little female pleco here. See if I can focus without the root disrupting. She's cleaning up. Some smegma kind of flew out when we took the sponges out, and that's the cool part about these little, these are really old aqua clears, and these are really old adapters. I don't think you can buy these anymore. And they're really cool because they have really thin slots, so they still let a lot of water through, but they don't let like big stuff. And then it's cool because when it's sticking there, the plecos just go up and like eat it and break it down, so it doesn't just get sucked right back up into your filter. So other than that, the tank's doing really super awesome. A lot of guys are hiding right now because we were working on it and doing all this, but there's Sonic. He's doing good. He's peeking at me around the corner there. I think there's Sassy the Synodontis. He's in the little underground cavern there that's lit up. There's a couple ropefish. They're always kind of hiding. There's one looking at me right there. And he goes, he's like, you guys done yet? You gonna feed us? One little tiny root kind of came off while we're working on stuff, so I'll probably grab that. But other than that, I mean, like I said, the little plecos will kind of eat that stuff off. Lenny and Squiggy are hiding back there. You see the clown loach tails. But yeah, Sonic's starting to come out. So overall, we're pretty happy how it came out. Again, I think the 3M thing was a pretty good idea, man. It was a little easier than we thought, right? Yeah. They say to hold it for 30 seconds and like you can use it after an hour,
They
but
said let it sit, hold it for 30 seconds to let it sit for an hour.
yeah, but that's for like what, 9 pounds or something it said, or 12 pounds.
Yeah,
These things are really light.
About like an ounce or two.
Yeah. Yeah, depending, we're not like hanging the whole thing, so we kind of pressed it and just, you know, held it for a minute and then just put it on there. So anyway, we like how we got all the green fluff on the top. We repositioned a lot of that. Had to untangle some stuff, but overall, it's under a lot better control than it was, and that was the goal, right? Yeah. Let me click this off here, as you can see. So kind of at night, a little light coming in from the kitchen, but that's at night. That's kind of what we got going on here. A lot of these roots have, you know, started to kind of sprout new little guys and stuff like that since we put them in here. And as you can see, like we always talk about pothos, it will start to grow underwater a lot of times and everything like that. So that's doing really well. Here's some new, this one's doing really good. I mean, this is growing leaves and new roots and everything on this one. There's Lenny peeking around the corner. He's like, oh, he's got the camera. Stay back here, Squiggy. There's Squiggy. Hey, Squiggy. See if I can get them up here. They're kind of hiding. There's one of the loaches coming out. Once they start coming out, they all start coming out. So anyhow, I'm pretty happy how it came out, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. It looks more like ornate, you can say.
Yeah, it was just out of control. It was wild, man.
Got these on the side, and this is here, instead of it all being everywhere.
Yeah, it was out of control. It was out of control. So we kind of just let it do its thing for a month, and then we said, let's tame this up. So anyway, guys, hopefully that helps. If you're trying to manage your pothos, try some 3M. We got the little steel ones. They have clear plastic. They have a lot of different kinds, but the cool part is you can just pull a little tab out, just like on their commercials there, and then you don't mess up your wall or whatever. This guy's just so funny. He's just coming out real slow. There's Lenny. He's like, all right. He gets real pale like this when he gets like goofed out, like we're working on a tank, but then he'll turn like yellow again.
Yeah.
There goes the rope. There goes the rope fish. They're all coming out now. See, when you turn that light off, then they all come out. All right, guys. Well, cool. Super awesome. Hope everybody's having a fantastic new year. We're doing a lot of projects and everything this winter, just like we always do. That's the blue light from the Green Lantern tank, by the way. It always kind of shoots into there and interrupts. But hopefully everybody's having a fantastic new year. We're going to be adding some guys to this tank soon. Hopefully some new rope fish and some other things like that coming up. So take care, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys later.
Say bye, Lenny. He's so funny.